Well, good morning, good morning, good morning. I do hope this is working today. I've got a few little messages here that says I might be having a problem. Hopefully not. But it is June 5th in Franklin, Massachusetts. It is a lovely day and it's going to be very warm today. So this is good news. Things are growing like crazy. I'm waiting for my dahlias to pop up. I'm hoping let's see, if you're there, can you please leave me a little message, because I did get a message earlier this morning that I was having trouble connecting to Facebook and YouTube, and I reconnected and it says I'm connected, but I will only know for certain if you pop in and say hi. Okay, it is 10 o'clock, so let us get started. Good morning, everybody. It is June 5th. A lovely day in my neck of the woods. Hope it's nice in your neck of the woods too. So today we're going to let me pull over here. Let me bring this over. There we go. So these are the cards that I posted these cards on my newsletter this week. Yes, I did. And this is using all of the new InColors. I absolutely love these new InColors, every single one of them. This is Precious Pine. Isn't that a beautiful? I had a time finding what. Thank you, Jan. Oh, I'm so glad. Are you on Facebook or are you on YouTube, Jan? That would be information that would be good for me to know. Okay, anyway, so this is Precious Pine. That is such a pretty green. Look at how beautiful that is. I just love that. It's such a beautiful green. It's great for every season. I love it. I love it. And then we have Crisp Cantaloupe. I am so excited that this is a returning in color. I've always loved this color. I think it's gorgeous. And then here is a new one called Barely Blush. And YouTube. Okay. Did you try to go to Facebook, Jan? If somebody is there on Facebook, please let me know. I really need to know. Okay, so anyway, getting back to this is Bailey Blush, and it truly is Bailey Blush. It's such a pretty, pretty color. I love it. And then this is Golden Glow. Isn't that a beautiful color? And then, of course, we have the other new in color, which is Hydrangea Hue, which is what I'm going to be working with this morning. So let me get these out of the way. And let me pull in everything that I need. First of all, the stamp set that I used is Friendly Foliage. We've used this before, and I absolutely love it. It's beautiful. I love the images. I love the words. I love the fonts. So I decided to use this. And I did take a lot of inspiration from a few demonstrators on Pinterest. So this is, and you found me on Facebook. Okay, great. So you went both to YouTube and thank you, Jan. Phew! Oh, I'm so glad it's working. Okay, so anyway, this is the stamp set that I used, and of course it's got the great dies that go with it. All right, so let me just pull in everything I need. First of all, I used a base of white, and I've already got that scored and folded. Let me just give it another little crisp fold there. Okay, and then I took a piece of the Hydrangea Hue. Isn't that beautiful? That's such a pretty, let me change this a little bit. There we go. The color is just gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Love it, love it, love it. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to adhere this to my base. So let me get a little bit of adhesive. You could use Tombow if you want, because this is a folder that has a lot. This is Lazy Daisy, I believe. And it's got a lot of contour to it, but my snail worked fine, whatever. Okay, so then this is going to go on like this, and again I want to make sure that I get it even east and west and north and south. That looks pretty good to me. There we go. Pretty good. Okay, now the next thing I'm going to do is I am going to take a piece of white cardstock. This is 2 7/8 by 3 7/8, and then I took a piece of the DSP, the corresponding DSP. Isn't this a pretty pattern? I love it. And then there's the flip side. It's got lots of dots. This is one. Actually, oh, I guess I put it away. But anyway, the colors are beautiful. This DSP is gorgeous because it matches. It's the InColor DSP, which is so pretty. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to put this piece on here like this. This is very easy. These cards are wicked easy. And then I'm going to make sure I get this on nice and evenly. There we go. like that. Perfect. All right, then the next thing I'm going to do is I took this stamp right here and I stamped it on a piece of basic white cardstock in hydrangea hue, which is so pretty. And then I cut it out with the die. So there is that. So now what I'm going to do is I am going to put it on here. However, I think I'm going to change it up a little bit. Like let me show you. So some of these, like on this card, I used the Precious Pine ribbon, and I just did a knot on the bottom and put it on with some glue dots. This one I did with a bow. For some reason, those glue dots aren't sticking here. There we go. And so I think what I'm going to do with this one is I'm going to change it up just a little bit, and I am going to put it, I'm going to put a piece of the ribbon. Look at this ribbon. This is so pretty. I don't know if you can see it, but it's got like a little bit of a shimmer to the, yeah, you can see it there, the color. So the matte, the hydrangea hue, this part is kind of matte, but then there is a little bit of a satiny effect on the edges, which is so pretty. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap a piece of this around, and I'm going to tie a knot. What's the name of the DSP that matches the hydrangea hue cardstock? Hold on, Jan. I'm going to get it, actually. I think it's called the 20, let me see. Yep, it's right here. It's called the 26-2028 designer paper. Here it is, right here. 2026-2028. Wait a minute, let me bring that in. There you go, right here. InColor painted patterns. So there it is in all the different colors. It's beautiful. And it's 12 by 12 sheets too. So, and it's got two different sides. Let me show you. All right. Let me get this out so you can see. On one side, you've got these very large dots, and the other side, you've got the smaller dots. And then on the other piece, it is stripes. Let me show you what that looks like. Where is it? Hold on. Here we go. There we go. This is the crisp cantaloupe. Isn't that pretty? And there's the flip side of that, the larger stripes. These look like they've just been painted, and these are more accurate as far as exact size. But look at how pretty that is. Anyway, that's what that is. But I think what I'm going to do here, good morning, Colleen. Thanks for popping on. All right, so I'm going to take this. Colleen, these would be great cards for to do for an Eastern Star event. Truly easy and really pretty. All right, so I'm just going to take a piece and I'm going to cut it right here, snip it off right here. And I love this ribbon. Of course, the ribbon comes in every single color. Now I'm going to bring this so that I can make sure that it's pretty even on the right side. Could be right or left, but I'm going to go right. And I'm just going to make a knot right here, like this. Just a knot. Not a bow. Not a bow. Get it? Not a bow. Oh, I'm telling you. Okay, now I'm going to trim this off like this and like this. Like that. And I think I like the way that looks. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is just going to try placement here. Oh, I'm going to like this. So what I'm going to do is now I am going to pull this, yeah, I think I'm going to like this. And instead of putting this on with dimensionals, I think I'm just going to use some Tombow. So let's get some Tombow, bring this in, put some Tombow. Oh, so last week I told you I went to an event, a Saturday event, a Stampin' Up event, and it was so much fun. Oh my gosh, it was great. And of course, we always do swaps. People bring, whoops, let me get some adhesive here. This needs to be reamed out a little bit. Everybody, you know, who wants to, you don't, it's not mandatory, but hey, Steph, good morning. So a lot of people do swaps. And one of my friends, Tina Strelowski, I never pronounced her name correct. And look at how cute this is. This is to hold your Tombow. Instead of the very messy one that I have right here, which works very nicely. This is a big glob of hot glue that you let set, and then you put your cap in it, and then this goes in like this. So you've always got it in the upright position, so all the glue drains down to the neck of the container. But look what she did. She made these with her 3D printer. It's so cute. Look at that. She made them in all different colors. And of course I love purple and blues and everything. But this will fit in just like that. Isn't that cute? And she's selling them too. So I'm going to help her sell some. So if you need one, let me know. I don't know how much she's going to sell them for. Not much, I'm sure. Anyway, let's pop a little bit of this Tombow on here, because that's exactly what I want to do, because I want to put it on top of the ribbon. So here we go. Now I do have a baby wipe next to me, because you know sometimes you need a baby wipe to wipe up a little bit of the ooze that takes place. I could have used, like I said before, I don't know if I actually said, hey Kathy, good morning, good morning, good morning. Thanks for joining in. I could have used the Sizzix adhesive on this. Oh, I must be getting low on this, but I think I've got enough to just finish this out. Yeah, I do. Let me just put a few more daubs here. One more little daub over here, and then I can work this. Yeah, I could have used the Sizzix sheets, which would have worked well too. But you know what? I can use my Tombow. Okay, let me bring this back in. And now I'm going to put it on. I'm going to get those pieces out of the way, just like that. And there we go. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. Now, I'm going to press this down and just tap, tap, tap. And if I see any ooze marks, I am going to get my little baby, and yes, I do. Then wait a minute, I gotta get my baby wipes. They're over here. Oh, for goodness sakes. You know me, sometimes I'm so organized, and other times I'm not so much. But anyway, here's my little baby wipe, and I just see a little bit of an ooze there, and I'm just gonna daub it nicely. But I think this is good everywhere else. And I don't even care that this is popping up. I kind of like it like that. Isn't that pretty to have the ribbon behind it? All right, so there is that. Now, the next thing is, I'm so excited. These are our new shimmer brushes. They come in all of the new InColors. So I've already, and it's very, very similar to a Wink of Stella. It's not as glittery as Wink of Stella, but it has the color. So it's the same idea. You have it's a very nice juncture here where it says push. So you push this, it causes the ink to go into this chamber and then into the brush. So I'm just gonna add a little bit of color to these little petals. Look at how pretty that is. And what this does, I like it because what it does is it pops this up a little bit more, gives it a little bit more dimension. And I go in one direction. I never use these brushes like crayons because I think it ruins the tip. It wears it out a little bit. So I'm very, very careful with this. But these come in all the different colors, the InColors. Who knows, maybe they'll expand this color palette once they see how people are responding to this new tool. But nothing will ever replace my Winky. And depending on how this looks, because it doesn't give it a lot of shimmer, it gives it a lot of really pretty color, I might top it off with some Winky. Or you know what else we could do, which I think I will do, is we'll try it. We're going to add some iridescent ice to it. That would be good. All right, see how pretty this is looking? Look at how pretty that is. Isn't that giving that a really pretty different little bit of color to these little petals? And I love this ribbon. The ribbon has almost a paper feel to it. Not quite, but I mean, it's ribbon, it's cloth, but it has like a little bit of a paper feel to it. It makes a nice bow. As you saw with the other cards, the other 4 that I made bows. But it also makes nice knots. Yeah, I probably should have done this before I put it on, but that's okay. There we go. There's this and this. And then just 2 more here. I know this is taking a little bit of time, but you're being very patient with me. What's everybody doing for this weekend? I know Kathy's got her granddaughter's graduation. It's hard to believe that that young'un is graduating from high school, but she is. So that's an exciting day for my friend Kathy. What's everybody else doing? I'm sure, Colleen, you've got something going on with Eastern Star this weekend. And I am cleaning my garage. Isn't that exciting? I started it yesterday. I probably won't get the whole thing done because I'm doing it in installments because, you know, I'm going through things and throwing things out. Offering them up to the children. And if the children want them, great. And if they don't, they're getting pitched. I'm at that stage where it's like so much stuff. You know how that is. You just accumulate. You think, oh, I'm going to use this. I need to keep it because you never know when I might need it. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, there we go. Done. How's that look? It looks like the shimmer pen is the next generation of a watercolor marker. Yes, I would say that's an accurate description of it, Jan. Yes. Yeah, for sure. Now, you see, there is a little tiny bit of glimmer to it, but not as much as you get with Winky. So let me just see what happens if I add Winky on top of it. Oh, yeah. See, Winky just perks it up a little bit more. So, yeah, there we go. Just a little bit more. Yeah, I totally agree, Jan. Yep. There we go. Just a little bit here. And see, it makes a nice contrast between the designer paper and the actual image, which is the focus of this card. So, okay, so there we go. All right, I might finish this up a little bit later with a little bit more Winky, but just for now, you got the message. Okay, all right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop this on with some dimensionals because, again, I want to give it a little bit of extra interest. So I think I can probably do this with maybe 6. You know what I might do? Let's just cut this section out because I do like to anchor the ribbon down. So let me just take this edge and go over here like that. And then let's take this edge and go over it right here. There we go. Perfect. All right, let me take this off. And Colleen, you've got an anniversary on Sunday. I saw that you went to Grand Chapter in Vermont yesterday. That looked like a lot of fun, too, as it always is. So that's good. You're sure putting miles on the car. We need to set up a GoFundMe page for your gas. I'm just joking. Well, not really, although it would be a good idea. Anyway, okay, so this is going to go on next like this. Perfect. I am gonna orient it a little bit to the left because I'm gonna put a little message on the top or the bottom. I don't know. I haven't decided. But anyway, that's popped on there. Perfect. Yes, laugh out loud. You're right. Okay, so that's pretty like that. Now I'm going to think about the message. So 2 things. I'm going to bring in 2 different. First of all, I'm going to bring in this little flourish. I love this little flourish. I think it's really cute. So I'm going to add that to the inside of the card with my ink, which is right here. By the way, these are, oh, thank you, Jan. And I'm so glad we're dating on this Friday morning together. And say hello to Beth for me too, please. Here are the new ink pads, which I love. They're so easy to open. They're magnetic. You can flip. You can do it like this. You can do it like this. Anyway, it's a wonderful new design. Not new to Creative Memories because it used to come from them. But anyway, here's this. I'm just going to put this on here like 1 and 2 and 3. And maybe another one. Let's do another one. Why not? There we go. Perfect. Okay, just subtle. Then the envelope, I'm going to do the same thing to the envelope. There we go. And then I'm going to do, whoops, that's an extra envelope. And then I'm going to take a piece of white cardstock and I'm going to do a message. And I do have, what did I do with the white cardstock? I had it right in front of me. Oh, here it is. Okay. And I don't know exactly what we're going to do. This one says, You're on my mind and in my heart, which I think is really special. So I'm going to put it here, and I'm going to orient it so that I have a spot on the right-hand side to add a gem. Oops, let's do this again. Let me see. Let's do this again. Much better. Okay, so there's that. Let me close this up. It closes so easily. Good morning, Jen. Good morning, good morning. Welcome aboard. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my little, which I absolutely love. I know we don't sell these anymore. That's too bad because people ask all the time. But this little 6-inch cutter is just such an amazing little cutter. I love it. Love, love, love it. Love my tools. I love, love, love my tools. All right, and let's just take this and cut it on this side. Let's see, did I cut? Yeah, I need to cut just a little bit more off the top. Just a smidgeola, because it's not exactly even, but this looks better. Let's see if this is going to work. Come on. There we go. That's better. Okay, there's that. Now, I think what I'm going to do, let me bring in my card, and we're going to take a look here to see if I want to just put this on like this. Oh, wait a minute, I forgot to cut this off. Silly, 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 silly. Can only have it so long. All right, do I want to okay, question. Do I want to add a piece of the hydrangea hue like this and then put it on like this? Or do I just want to put it on with the white like this? What do we think? I think maybe we should add a little bit of this. So what I'm going to do is actually, I'm going to trim this off a little bit more. All right, then I'm going to take my adhesive. Oh, I should have used my silicone pad. Don't tell anybody. All right, now I'm going to put this on like this. There we go. I'm going to bring my trimmer back in. I'm going to trim this out right here. Let's see, this is like this. So Colleen, are you all packed and ready to go? And let's take this. Or is it local? It might be local. All right, let's see. Oh, if that needs a little bit of an extra trim. Sometimes I don't get it exactly perfect, but that looks better. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a dimensional to this side because this is a side that's going to be right here on the card that needs to be even with the other part that's popped up. But then I'm going to put some snail right here. And I'm going to put it on so it looks, oh, Stella chapter. Yeah, nice to be local. You're right. Yep. Okay. So now we're going to put this on. Wait a minute. Yeah, I think we're going to do it just like this. Yeah, like that. So it secures with the snail right there. And there's the dimensional right there. Okay, now the last thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in these absolutely beautiful, which I love, 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 these gems. Look at how pretty they are. The colors are obviously, all the new InColors, but I think I'm going to put one large one right here, like that, and maybe call it a day. I think that's done. I think that's pretty. You're on my mind and in my heart. And then I can write my message on the inside. And then I've got my envelope all decorated. And we're good to go. So these are what we're going to be doing next week. So if you are coming to my class, you need to let me know which day you're coming, Monday or Tuesday, and what colors you would like or combinations of. And I will have everything ready for you. So once again, to recap, this is what we've got. Here is the Golden Glow. Isn't that pretty? Look at that. Oh, I love it. And here is Precious Pine. Another gorgeous card. Here is Barely Blush, which is, oh, this is so pretty. This color is just gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. And then here's Crisp Cantaloupe and Hydrangea Hue, which we made today. So that is it, my friends. That is what we are going to be doing next Monday and Tuesday. So if you're interested, you want to come to class, let me know. If you want any long distance packaging, I can do some of it for you. I can't do the stamping. You would have to get your own stamp set. But you might have a stamp set that would work perfectly well. Again, the whole idea of this is to feature one image, but also the designer paper, and then the background using an embossing folder. So there you have it. Whoops, whoops, whoops. There. Okay, that is it for today, my friends. I am going to start working in my garage until I get sweaty, then I'm going in the pool. So I hope you all have a great week, a great weekend, and I will see you next Friday. I will be doing a posting about my Silly Old Bear class, my Winnie the Pooh series, which I'm so excited about. I'll do that probably later on today, so you get information about that. That will be a product class, and it will be separate from my Monday and Tuesday usual classes. All right, so have a great week.